Good morning, everyone. So today we will going to discuss the life and works of Mr. Danton Remoto. So before we proceed to our discussion, before I introduce to you the life of and works of Mr. Danton Remoto, I want you to all to meet our objectives for today. So first we will going to describe the life of Mr. Danton Remoto. Second is to explore the works and award of Danton Remoto. And lastly is to analyze the poem that I am going to share to you, poem Rain by Mr. Danton Remoto. So Danton Remoto is a Filipino writer, essayist, reporter, editor, columnist, and professor. He is 60 years old and born on March 25, 1963 on Florida Blanca, Pampanga, Philippines. Danton Remoto is a son of Mr. Francisco Sr. and his mother is Lilia Relato. He studied at Ateneo de Manila University in 1983 and during 1990, he also studied at University of Stirling in Scotland. So as a professor, Mr. Remoto taught English and journalism at Ateneo de Manila University in the Philippines. He is also the chairman of the Emeritus of Ang Ladlad, a lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender political in the Philippines. So Danton Remoto also considered himself as a gay writer. So moving on to his awards and achievements. So first, during 1979, Remoto won the ASEAN Prize for Essay Writing. In 1983, he won the Galyan as Arte Atula Award Poetry. In 1986, he won the Plaque Award for Poetry. 1987, he won the Palanca Award for Essay Writing. And he also became the 3-time Cultural Center of the Philippines awardee for poetry. Remoto also won the Sterling District Arts Council Award for Poetry and Short Writing twice in 1989 and again in 1990. Remoto also became a Procyon Prize winner for poetry during 1993. In 2001, he obtained the Philippines Free Press Award for Essay Writing. In 2006, he became an awardee of National Commission on Culture and Arts Award for Poetry Translation. And lastly, in 2007, Remoto was granted as the Philippine Graphic Magazine of Nick Award for short story writing. So moving on also to his work. So Danton Remoto published 5 poetry, 6 essays, and 5 books. So here are some of his works. So in poetry, we have Skin Voices during 1991, Black Silk Pajama or Poems in English and Filipino during 1996, Pulut Gata, the Love Poem in 2004, Rain, which is the one I'm going to let you read and understand later. So, and lastly is the Padre Faura witnessed the execution of Rizal. His essays also are The Seduction and Solitude, X Factor, Gaydar, Buhay Bading, Rampa, Mga Sanaysay, and A Teacher's Tale. And his books are Ladlad, Bright, Catholic and Gay, Happy Na, Gay Pa, and River Run. So this is one of the works of Danton Remoto, his poem which is entitled by Rain. So I want you all to read and understand the poem, and I'm going to discuss and explain to you later on after you all read the poem. So I'll give you 5 minutes to read and analyze it. So, the poem Rain by Danton Remoto is actually a erotic poem. So, this poem was published during 21st century era, specifically in year 2004. So, it was discovered because it is the one of the poems being included in the project of National Book Development Board back then. So, in the poem, there are two people. First is the persona and the addressee. So, the people in the poem engage in a long distance relationship, which is he expressed the pain of parting, the power of memory. So in the first stanza, so we can see here the depicts of persona of the poem in a place where the rain is falling. Rain slides from the leaves like tongue on the skin. In the second stanza, the poet shows the clear image of loneliness. His friend is far away from him, and they will be separated for many years. And the third stanza, the last stanza, is, it seems stronger than the two. Here, the poet sees his friend presence around him, beside him lying on his bed. The poet can realize the pulse and heartbeat of his friend as he or she is with him. He shows the power of love, presence in absence. So, I hope you all understand the poem of Mr. Danton Remoto, which is The Rain. So, I hope also that this will give you some realization, some inspiration in life. So, before we end our discussion, so I want you all to create a short poem. It's either all about love, the nature. It's depend on you na lang. So, I think that would be all to our discussion. And I want you to all pass your assignment in our VCEE classroom. So, I will just send later in our FB group some of its examples. So, I think that would be all, class. Thank you so much for listening, and have a nice day.